Shabbat Shalom. This week, our Torah portion is Parashat Toledot. In this Torah portion, we are introduced to the two sons of Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob and Esav, who are twins. It's a Torah portion that seems pretty poignant for this time of the year because, as I'm recording this, the presidential election is still being contested, at least by one side, and as to who will become the next leader. This is a theme that we saw in the Haftarah for this past Torah portion, but it's also a theme that we see in this week's Torah portion about who will be ascendant and who will be fading into the background. As I look at this Torah portion, I see just how the Torah really does talk to us in terms that we can understand. It's a situation in this family that isn't something that we look at and we say, gee, we've never seen that before. We recognize that there are families that have all kinds of levels of dysfunction. We also recognize that there are families where one child is the favored and another one falls out of favor. The Torah talks to us in a language that is familiar to us. At the same time, it's a little bit discouraging to take a look back at thousands of years ago to these stories and realize that, at least according to our tradition, many of the descendants are still at battle with each other, still unable to patch up the difficulties that occurred so long ago. It can be discouraging, and yet we look back and we see that this is a part of our history, and were it not for Jacob, at least according to our tradition, we would not be Yisrael, we would not be the people we are today. And I think this is a good theme for us as we are approaching the Thanksgiving holiday. The next thought for Shabbat won't be till after the holiday, but to think about the difficult year that we've had, and for so many of us, how difficult it is to find something to be thankful about in the middle of a pandemic and middle of social unrest and political uncertainty. And yet, our tradition tells us that on a regular basis we have to be thankful. That is the role of reciting brachot, that we always express our thanks to God, not just on one day out of the year and not just on one holiday like Sukkot, but every single day and nearly every moment we have to search for those reasons to be thankful, to develop an attitude of gratitude. And that's my prayer for this Shabbat and for the Thanksgiving holiday for all of us. This week at Beth El, the Heights Synagogue, we mark the yurtzites of Anna Ginsburg, Anna Gutentag, Boris Mayroff, Morris Rapport, Anna Javich, Amelia Nadel McGuckin, Louis Ruskin, Sidney Weisberg, and Jacob Malamud. Wishing everybody Shabbat Shalom and a happy and healthy Thanksgiving holiday.